Oh yeah, baby. Here we go. We're diving in. We've got right here the short list of complaints that I've heard from RNG Games, heard from It's Phantom Cards, heard from all kinds of people about what's wrong with TCGPlayer right now. Seller side, buyer side, we can add to this list. People in the comment section would be very helpful to add on to this list. Oh, like for example, on the buyer side, I feel like it's been so glitchy. Been unable to buy stuff. In fact, I have purchased for the first time in Mana Pool. I've purchased hundreds of dollars of cards recently, and sealed products actually. Could get to that later. Because I'm not able to check out in TCGPlayer right now. And it's not just me, at least on my Discord, there seems to be a number of people that are all like, hey, I've not been able to buy stuff on TCGPlayer. And so I've been buying stuff on Mana Pool. And so anyways, glitchy is one thing. On the buyer side, glitchy is unacceptable, of course. Market price manipulation. This is a big one where people have bought and sold and just manipulated the numbers by selling stuff at super low prices. Somebody buys all of them and then the market price goes down. I don't know, maybe they've already fixed this, but I know especially with the this was happening all the time with Final Fantasy. I know that's a year ago now, but I'm not sure. I haven't heard of anything to protect against this market manipulation, price manipulation. So it's on the list. Screening sellers. This is actually something I learned Mana Pool does that TCGPlayer does not, which is that if you are, and maybe TCGPlayer can't do it because there's too many sellers, but I don't know. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to know that if somebody has less than 100 sales and is trying to sell a $700 booster box or a $400 booster box or whatever, that they're legit. And you definitely don't know that on TCGPlayer right now. And then better cart optimizer. This has been crazy. I wouldn't have believed it until I seen it. Like I said, I've been forced to buy on Mana Pool recently, and it has a better cart optimizer. Enough said. On the seller side, there's seller protections. RNG Games talked about this, where if you're a reputable seller and a envelope goes missing, Mana Pool will refund the buyer, but also let the seller keep the money, or they work it out somehow or another. And so there's seller protections that I know RNG Games and others are very interested in TCGPlayer adopting that Mana Pool has, that TCGPlayer does not currently have. There's, of course, a better fee split for sellers. I don't expect TCGPlayer to ever change this, but would be nice. It would be nice. And then shipping built in. This is a big one. I think this is the biggest complaint I've heard from like Kitchen Table TCG and others, is that on TCGPlayer you don't have the shipping built in. You got to figure it out. If you've got to ship an envelope, on eBay, even if it's a single card in an envelope, they give you tracking just through their platform, which I don't think eBay's paying out of pocket for that. I think they break even on it. I don't know. I'm not sure how expensive the kind of shipping light that like eBay does or that you can do through tcgtracking.com or other places. But anyways, TCGPlayer could do it. They don't, and it would be a big win. And so that's it. That's the short list I've got. Now let's check out chat. Brian Wood Holdings with Power World for life. Absolutely. My box, July 3rd, 10 days. 10 days till Power World comes out, baby. Power World, the card game. Lion Tails. Why do so many gingers sell bulk TCG? There's only 2, okay? There's only 2. That's not so many. Not gonna lie, recently listed a box in Mana Pool just for shits and giggles. Very nice White Lotus. Yeah, it's tempting. It is tempting to sell on Mana Pool, I've got to say. Many have neck beards. Is this true? Seriously, name one besides It's Phantom, and then yeah, yeah. Who is there besides It's Phantom and me? Yeah, I'm listening. I want to hear. Brian Wood Holdings is posting right now in Mana Pool. I don't care if anything sells. It's all cray anyway. Yeah. Yeah, queues, welcome. Sometimes they randomly flag your account for security reasons despite no change in payment methods and prevent you from making purchases, missing out on the last sale day. Are you talking about their seller tools just break like mass upload? Oh, where are we talking about TCGPlayer? Yeah, I've just heard all these kind of stories. Briarwood Holdings is Redhead? Oh my gosh. We're getting deep. I'm going to your channel. Oh yeah, you posted a video 3 weeks ago, Briarwood. That's legit. Sealed on mana pools sell slow and sometimes far less than TCGPlayer. So many new sellers don't need to go through the levels, so the market is flooded. Yeah, that's interesting. I need to read that last part again. So many new sellers that don't need to go through the levels, so the market is flooded. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, there's some products like I know of the data comparing Mana Pool and TCGPlayer in their listings and such, and there's a lot of products that don't have anything listed on Mana Pool, but they have plenty listed on TCGPlayer, and they're low liquidity products. Let me see if I can pull up some examples, actually. What are some products listed on TCGPlayer but have 0 listed in Mana Pool? Frog and Toad. Pokemon's dying too. TCGPlayer's dead. Lion Tails is passionate, is feeling the burn. Yeah, you asked us to complain, right? Yeah. Q's. Thank you. Yeah, we can add to this list. Buyer side, seller side, flagging account for no reason. Yeah, this is good. How come there's nothing to buy? Where is everything? Recently bought a couple revised dual lands to hold on for a while. Do you have any advice on long-term storage for singles? Yeah, that's a good question. Long-term storage for singles. I would do some serious research, which I think just some Google searches is plenty. But if I was planning on storing singles and just like having them sit for a long time, but I think all the basics like humidity controlled, temperature controlled, in a sleeve, inside of a top loader, or some kind of protective shell. You think about like, I imagine that all the grading companies do, their products are like safe, right? Like this will stay on a shelf forever and be fine. And it's just inside of an inner sleeve, inside of like a plastic shell. So anyways, no, unfortunately I am not a pro when it comes to saving singles, but it's a good question. Everyone jumped into Lorcana. Thoughts? Yeah. I don't think Pokemon's dying. I think everyone's talking about Pokemon dying, but I don't actually know. I would just suspect. I think it's been fun in every trading card game to be like, "Oh, it's thriving, it's dying," to get all excited, but I'm very skeptical of everyone who's like, "Pokemon's dying, Lorcana's the new GOAT," whatever. But I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. I'm all about magic here, baby. Boo, Pokemon. Boo. Bloomborough Playbox is a good example. Listed one yesterday. Bloomborough Playbox on Mana Pool, eh? Man. Mana Pool is cool. Have not used it until TCGPlayer stopped working and I was unable to buy anything, but I like how you can see the logos for new sellers and stuff. It's pretty cool. Interesting. There's verified sellers, then there's new sellers. Huh. Mana pool is really great. Random moments like having 3 big sellers suddenly make videos about TCGPlayer issues will get some attention out. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think Rob's video should get attention. I mean, obviously, like RNG games. I mean, he like nobody has sold more of the Roka sifters than Rob, right? Like when he makes a video about this kind of stuff, people listen. Yeah, it's a big deal. What's Mana Pool's floor for sellers sub 50 cents? That's a good question. What's a bulk card? Ant-Man, Reformed Rogue. Oh, Giant Growth. Giant Growth is a bulk card. Looks like 15 cents. Yeah. Mana Pool floor 15 cents. The third-party sites for managing inventory will add more value and volume as sellers list on every market available. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. Like Rob talked about this, where he's like, "Oh, I really hope that TCGPlayer gives API access to card sorter, sifter, whatever it's called, and Sort Swift. Is that it? And yes, like that would be cool if you could list cards in one platform and they're on eBay and Mana Pool and TCGPlayer and everywhere, and they sell on one place and it immediately gets removed from the other inventory. That would be really cool. But I don't know why TCGPlayer would do that, right? Like if TCGPlayer is the big boy that has kind of the moat or whatever, where it's like you want to be listed on TCGPlayer. Anyways, I just don't see the incentive for them to do that until they're no longer the big boy, right? I think they should. Just that'd be better for me as a seller, but I don't think they're going to. That's where I'm at least. Magic is the go. Amen, brother. Bchan6539 knows what's up. Act 2 knows that Pokemon is definitely not dying. Yeah, for real. Well, dying is such an exaggeration. I think what people are freaking out about Pokemon is that a new booster box has come out and it isn't immediately double MSRP. And, okay. Like, yeah, I guess that's, something. That's news in the Pokemon world, but yeah. I just moved all my Magic inventory over an hour ago. Holy crap. Noral's okay. Today, with a Magic inventory of 15K, I had no orders on TCGPlayer with everything set to market. Currently, I have 8 already on Mana Pool. That's interesting. I think something's been up with TCGPlayer like the past couple weeks. I'm not trying to defend them. I think you've probably made a good choice. But just like anecdotally, I haven't been able to check out. I know some other people haven't been able to check out too. And so I'm like, what's going on TCGPlayer? Like, are they experiencing some kind of, I don't know, someone got into their back end or something like that? But yeah, Mana Pool is getting sellers for sure, especially like with their open API. People are able to list on eBay and on Mana Pool. Mana Pool is getting the sellers. Now it's all about the buyers. Can they get the buyers? Yeah, it's really interesting. I wanted a Phyrexia box when it was around 100, then they spiked up for no reason to 165. A Phyrexia draft box. Phyrexia booster. Welp. Yeah, I know it's not this draft booster box. That's crazy. What? For a draft, $250? What's going on? And they're selling? Jeez. What is going on? I lied. That's okay, White Lotus. I lied. It was Lost Caverns of Italian set booster box, not Bloomborough play box. Lost Caverns. where are we? Lost Caverns of Italian. Salon booster. Holy crap. Lost Caverns draft is 250. Well, on Mana Pool. I wonder what it is on TCGPlayer. Lost Caverns of Italian draft. Yeah, a little cheaper. Well, yeah, a little cheaper. Interesting. Just a noob getting into the market hobby. Loves the Sheets video. Yo, Timmy Collects. Welcome. I think you joined the Discord too. I think I saw your name pop up. And welcome to the Discord. It's good to have you. I'm glad that you enjoyed the video. I've been thinking about what's next for the kind of data science video series. I think it's just doing like a linear regression on card or maybe box prices and the expected value of the cards inside, something like that, to kind of point out how the price of cards inside doesn't matter. That'd be pretty cool, actually. I wonder how hard it would be to get that data. Anyways, always open to some ideas for videos. And I, of course, reserve the right to do only the coolest ones, but it's fun. It's fun making a video a day. You got to get creative. I'm hearing people are doing a floor 50 cents. Briarwood Holdings pointing out on Mana Pool. Yeah, I don't know. I'm seeing 15-cent cards, but maybe I do a 40-cent price floor on TCGPlayer. It hurts my soul. The worst thing that can happen, in my opinion, as a seller is you list a card for 15 cents, then somebody buys 20 of those, and now you've got to or 30 of them, and then you're looking at what, like less than $5 of cards, and then but you basically have to ship it with like a bunch of stamps. Anyways, you end up losing money. It feels terrible. It's all this time, all this effort. You're shipping cards to somebody, losing money on shipping. Anyways, doing a price floor of at least 30 cents, but in my opinion, at least 40 cents, but 50 cents sounds good too. I mean, you know. Moxo points out 15 cents is the floor. Free shipping at $50. 1 to 14 cards is shipped with an envelope. Oh, yeah, they default. Oh, that's another cool thing that Mana Pool does that TCGPlayer needs to do is shipping fee automation or automated, I'll call it. Because, yeah, that is a pain. Like, so I sell to Canada, right? And it's been good. I've made good money and sold some great cards and some crummy cards to Canadians. And it's great. By crummy cards, I mean like bulk, right? Canadians are buying a like 50-cent bulk card from me, paying $2.40 for shipping. So they're paying me like $3, and I'm shipping them this one bulk card from Lord of the Rings Commander decks. It's great. I love it. But the problem is if somebody buys a $50 card and they're in Canada, then suddenly I need to pay $18 for a tracking label, which kind of gets offset by all of the, $2.40 shipping charges or whatever, a little bit, not really. Anyways, it's just like, it's a little bit of a disaster, but TCGPlayer could easily be like, hey, if you want to buy $50 of cards and you're international, we're going to charge you more for shipping. But as far as I understand, that feature isn't in TCGPlayer right now. So I just kind of get hosed whenever my good friends internationally buy more than $50 of cards from me. So is what it is. Ready for the Nick EV on product opening. Oh. I'm not sure what you mean, Q's. But I'm in. I'm down. Q says, other than not working for buyers or sellers, TCGPlayer's having a good week. Excellent. Yeah, honestly, all of the my pessimism, I honestly would be very surprised if any of this moved the needle. Like any of the YouTube uproar, any of the Rob video, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Every little bit counts. Like every seller that moves from TCGPlayer to Mana Pool or somewhere else, it counts. It counts. Oh, build your sealed product expectation tool. Yeah. 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 I've been I actually don't know how to do that, and it's also a lot of pressure to do that. I feel like when you're telling people like you should buy this and open it for value. I don't know. There's pressure on that. Hughes knows I'm trying to build some cool tools, but not sure about the expected value calculator yet. Tall Steve says Manipool has been so pleasant to shop it from as a buyer. Anecdotally, I feel like 4 months ago, I used to have to pay a premium to buy a Manipool. Not anymore. Interesting. Yeah, that's really interesting because like Rob said it in his video, and I've experienced it personally, which is that I have been able to pay the same amount of money for less packages on Manipool. So like I was doing like a $200 order of cards the other day, and I had it on both TCGPlayer and Manipool, the exact same cards, optimized, and Manipool is cheaper. Well, sorry, it wasn't cheaper. It was like the same price, but it was less packages. Like on TCGPlayer, it was like 8 packages. On Manipool, it's 3. And so I'm like, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on. I could just say that Manipool has felt pretty good as a seller. FYI, the 3PL capacity letterboxes you can get at Staples fits your secret layer collection perfectly like a glove. Ooh, nice. Rockhound Lounge has got the tips. Brian QC C603. I love selling on Manipool, but I do think they are starting to have issues with many new sellers and buyers aren't keeping up. No free shipping option and singles fees for buyer can be a turnoff. Yeah, the singles fee is a load of crap. I get it. You need to like make your margins somewhere. But it's such crap to be like, oh, we're gonna charge a fee. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. They're just moving the fees from the sellers to the buyers, right? Which I don't know. I guess trying new things, that's fine. But Relsta says, yo, as a sealed evil investor, I appreciate your explanation on the jumpstart boosters and the ability to strip it beyond the sealed value. Always wondered about that. Dude from Canada. Yo, Relsta, you're so welcome. And thanks for tuning in and being a part of this content journey. Yeah. Evil sealed investors unite, man. It's a good time. Base Shay says, Nick, have you talked about why you don't sell a Manipool? I haven't really. The real answer is just convenience and how easy TCGPlayer has been. But then, of course, the counter to that is look at this list. Oh, not this list. This list. And there's so many better things about selling on Manipool. And it's like, it's probably worth a shot. But just haven't gotten around to it, really. And, my heart goes out to those who are struggling to sell stuff on TCGPlayer right now, but I am not. I have gotten so many orders, and, I'm just getting email now that a Pluto Delta sold. But maybe it's because the price is, like, too good, because when I take a look at this near mint foil for $20. Oh, yeah, that's about right. Anyway. Yeah, Manipool seems great. I might switch over one day, but for now, I am getting all that I need from TCGPlayer, and so yeah, there's just nothing pushing me over the edge, so to speak. What's a good price to pre-order Hobbit collector boxes at? Is it too late now? Is it too... What the... Oh my gosh, it is too high. What is going on? Who are you? What? 161? What? What happened? Oh, they they released spoilers. That's what happened. The Hobbit spoilers. Dude, it is too late. Okay. Here we go. I mean, never say never. You can find good deals out there. But yeah, they just announced that there's Delighted Halflings and Smogs and Orcish Bowmasters. Oh, a Goblin army instead of an Orc army, right? Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Dwarven stuff. This stuff's all cool. I don't get it, man. These I honestly would not pre-order. I think the price is going to go down. I think the price is going to go down. This just feels absolutely insane for a product that isn't going to be that great. Like, it's not going to be $900 great. It's not. It could be $600 great. I don't know. I would not. I pre-ordered one box for basically like $600. To me, that was a good price to pre-order at, because I don't think I'm going to lose money. I don't think these are going to come out and sell for less than 600. They could, but I don't think that's going to happen. This is insanity. This is crazy. I didn't think it would get above 800. Yeah. On TCGPlayer, it's never gotten below 700. Yeah. These are some insane prices. XMurfX, do you have experience in cards from collector commander decks? Oh, the EV on the Marvel collector commander decks looks good, but I can't imagine Serve Hoyle game pieces move that fast. Yeah, that's a great question. Let's try a card that should move fast, like 3 visits. Is this moving? Yeah. So some of these are selling. Yeah, that's the real question though, right? XMurfX is just the like liquidity. And it'd be cool. It'd be cool to have a tool like that. Well, I guess no, what Top Loaded is supposed to be that tool. Do they have like Marvel? No, they don't have the. We just got to ask Chris to add the decks to this, so then we can know. Wakanda Forever though can make $11 buying and opening them. Pretty cool. Q's Cardboard. Speaking of TCGPlayer being annoying, they don't accept reseller certs. Oh my goodness, you're so right. Wait, where's the list? Reseller certificates. Yep. That's a reason why I need to get my reseller certificate. Zwin was calling me out that I need to just not be lazy, get my reseller certificate over there, and then just only buy on Mana Pool from now on. Saving like 8% tax or whatever is just like such a windfall. Base J, people are bad at using the TCGPlayer optimization tool. I found the best way to get it to add everything to save later, add it back, and select only the sellers in cart. Oh, interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, of course the counterpoint, or not the counterpoint, but the additional point to that is like the tool shouldn't be that hard to use. It's like when I hit optimize inventory, I want you to optimize my inventory, not have to jump through this hoop or whatever. But that is interesting though. I might try that out if, TCGPlayer lets me buy stuff on their site. Maybe I got like shadow banned or something. I don't know. I've just been unable to do it, to buy on TCGPlayer. Kermit says, one of my friends that owns the game store says I can pre-order for $780. Dude, that is such. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know. I just wouldn't do it. Like, okay, if The Hobbit is your favorite book ever, then like, sure, go for it. Like spend the money, pre-order, lock yourself in, treat yourself. But oh my goodness, if you can just like skip a set, like this is just so much money for something that isn't going to be that good. We're going to watch Saffron Olive open up a dozen of these on code running. we're gonna watch Saffron Olive open up a dozen of these things on his YouTube channel, and we're gonna be like, oh, that was pretty mid. That's what's gonna happen. Like, I swear. And so, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this will be the coolest thing ever, and everybody will regret not pre-ordering at $888. Like, I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm going to be. This is not going to be that good. Stamps went up. Yeah, Briarwood Holdings. Death, taxes, and stamp prices increasing. That's all I know for sure. Question, Turtles team up. What's the deal there? Are the cards locked to their own gameplay, or can they be used for regular plays? They're similar play as Jumpstart. Yeah, they're definitely not locked to anything. They can be played in any commander deck or whatever. Turtles team up. Is it on this page? Team. Yeah, here we go. Team up. What is happening? Oh, it's because in the description it says team up. Turtle. Here we go. 4 60-card Magic decks. Yeah. Yeah, I'm curious what the expected value of these are. Bronze God just did an incredible video about opening up Marvel beginner boxes and those being profitable. And that's what this kind of reminds me of. I don't know for sure, but if you're able to buy these for, I guess like $40, it's possible that the singles in here would be worth something. And then they come with booster packs, event cards, one enemy deck with 11 bosses. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting product. Drive-by hello, MTG sold pod. Someone posted a vid of yours in Anna's channel stopping by to say hi on the live. Yo, what the heck? Someone posted me on Anon's channel? Aw, that just warms my soul. Goodness, I'm gonna have to check that out because I'm part of his Discord. I'm part of his whatever. I'm subscribed to him. Let's see. Gotta send a text. Okay, what's up? Back in chat. One cool thing the Mana Pool does, if you buy a card and the seller ends up not having it, Mana Pool sources the card from another seller for you instead of refunding the order. Tall Steve, that happened to me. I bought a bunch of lands. I bought like 16 lands from somebody. They only had 14. And then, yeah, they got me a different order. Source missing cards from another seller. It's incredible. Thank you for pointing that out because that needs to go on this list. Absolutely. How are we feeling about Power World? Line Tails EX. I freaking love Power World. It's so good. I unironically bought a case of the Power World Trading Card Games booster boxes that will arrive in 10 days, or at least be shipped in 10 days. And just because I like it. I like the game. So that's that on Power World. The whole point of the optimizer is that it's supposed to be effortless. What is this guy talking about? Yeah. Well, like if you need to buy a TCGPlayer, it's cool to figure out the right way to buy, to use the optimizer to get the minimum amount of packages and stuff like that. But yeah, it's so bizarre because what that guy's solution's pointing out is that those sellers have all the cards like they do on Mana Pool. These same sellers like Spellfinder or whatever, that are just these huge sellers that have every card. They have all the cards. So for some reason on TCGPlayer, it's still making you get different packages, even though some of these sellers have all the cards, which is crazy. I didn't know that for sure, but that's part of the insight. Yeah, just crazy. Buy my chickens. Hello. Thanks for being here, man. Or woman. We have women in chat. I promise. Absolutely. D Video JR bought my first collection today. Thanks to your vids. Nice, man. Bought it for about 60% value on Facebook Marketplace. Cards worth 10 to 500 bucks. It came with Judge, Foil Mana Crypts, and a Kaladesh Inventions Mana Crypt. Sick. Oh, that's good stuff. Gives me chills. It is it's good. It's a good feeling. Collection buying is tricky, you know? It's finding the right guy and make a good deal and both parties are happy. It's hard, but it feels good, and congratulations. Good work, D Video JR. Norial Soke. Next week, Hobbit. Anything under 1.5K is a steal. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. That's I cannot believe this price. I know I've already said this twice now, but it is just crazy talk. How interesting is it? Like, look at all these prices: 27 cents, 28 cents, 29 cents. You know, MVP Sports and More just undercutting. I've heard people suspect MVP Sports and Games is a distribution company. I can't say that. I don't know if that's true or not. I've just heard somebody say that. And it's so funny to imagine like a distributor on here, just like a couple cents under the next guy, just posting this. MVP Sports and Games has their own like website where you can pre-order product from them, and they do early sales and stuff. I wonder what they'll do for The Hobbit. Because yeah, I mean, just like the guy who said earlier, if your local store is like, I'll pre-order to you for $7.80, there's just no reason. There's no reason a store should sell this for a good price, because the prices are just so wild online. So yeah. Watch The Hobbit be underwhelming, then everybody rush to get more Strixhaven. Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't think, like, I think these spoilers, where is it at? I think the reason why The Hobbit, oh my gosh, cannot get my tab straight. The reason why The Hobbit spiked in the past like couple days, I believe, is the spoilers that have come out. Because like 161 collector booster boxes sold, some of them for as much as $970. When was that? The 18th, 2 days ago? What the heck? Were there spoilers on Sunday? I don't know. Anyways, and you look at the spoilers and they're fine. There's Dwarven cards. Galadriel's Dismissal looks cool. I don't know, man. There's some cool cards, sure, but buy singles and we're going to be okay. It's not that cool, in my opinion. Like I said, if this is your thing, then like go for it. But go Star Trek or you will get burned. Dude, Briarwood Holdings, I feel that. I'm going Star Trek. I honestly, like, unironically think Star Trek could be the coolest set of the year. We'll see. We'll see. I could be wrong. I could be right. MTG sold pod. It was a data science video, I believe. I aggregate MTG sealed sales data on TCGPlayer if you want a data set to play with. Yo, I do want a data set to play with. Send me an email. I will turn. If you got some interesting Magic data, send me an email and I will turn it into a video. If you don't want it turned into a video, let me know and send me an email anyway, and I will love you forever. But yeah, I'm very good. I'm very respectful of what you want shared on the internet, not. That did not happen to me. I bought 2 cards from the sellers listed at 50% of market value on Mana Pool, and suddenly the seller was out of stock, and all I got was a refund. Yeah, 41 Trading. I could imagine that they don't replace you if the deal was too good. You know what I'm saying? I bought a Necron deck on Mana Pool. Necron. I bought this deck on Mana Pool like yesterday for $360, so like $100 less than TCGPlayer, and it was like $40 less than the other cheapest listing. I mean, we can look it up on here. Necron. Yeah. So now the cheapest listing is $395. I am like almost certain I'm going to get refunded and get the order canceled, which, you know, is fine. It will be annoying for sure, but anyways, when you see a good deal, a deal that's too good to be true, it's often I don't know. It's just you just don't know. MTG Zelda going to go so hard, dude. That's what my friends and I were talking about this. Like, what's going to happen when the first IP that we really like becomes a Universes Beyond? Which, like, I know a lot of people love Lord of the Rings. A lot of people love Marvel. A lot of people love Final Fantasy. That's cool. It's not me. Like, I don't love Star Trek. I don't love... I mean, I like Avatar: The Last Airbender, but certainly didn't feel any affinity for the cards just because I watched the show. I don't know. When they come out with a Universes Beyond that I, like, actually love... I'm going to probably spend so much money. It's going to be bonkers. We'll see, though. Zelda would be a good one. Like, if there's Breath of the Wild style cards, like, whew, yeah, I'd be doing that. What about Stars Unlimited? I'm actually thinking of getting a box. Yeah, that's Stars Unlimited has crashed and burned so hard. I think it just turns me off. I did buy, I think it's on my top shelf up there. There's an altered booster box. I bought it. It was after the game had collapsed. I bought it at my local game store. It was 90% off, and it still has the 90% off sticker on it. So I'm not one to judge others for not buying dying or dead card games. I will do it too. So you know, if you're craving some you know, Stars booster boxes or whatever, now's a good time to buy. Why would anyone buy Hobbit collector displays packs at those prices? The cards may be a fan favorite, but mid. Yeah, I agree. It's toxic. I agree. I could not justify. I could not look God in the eyes and say, no, I promise it was a good idea. Oh, MVP rumor is true. You heard it here. MTG sold pod. I saw your video on Spider-Man. You blew my cover. I'm up to 84 boxes, but people have caught on. Yeah, people have caught on. It's has the price moved today? Let's find out. Spider-Man collector. See if that works. No, we're still below 400. But yeah, I don't think the price is going to go down. Yeah, this is just such a beautiful curve, in my opinion. It just tells such a clear story. You know, people were crazy. There's a bunch of fanaticism, a lot of hype, but it died down. And then just the fact that these are still selling. I mean, 17 sold, 3 sold 10. Yeah, this is the next target for some kind of speculative frenzy, in my opinion. So if you... Like, if I ever had to bet that you could turn $400 into $500 in 30 days, I would make that bet with Spider-Man collector boosters right now. Like, I'd make you that bet. My store had pre-order prices at $500. Yo, Chris Ruggs got a good store. Hopefully that was only for locals. Otherwise, the evil scalpers like me would be in there and buying them all up. Yeah, but it's cool. It's cool when local stores do like deals for their locals. I bought a Fallout booster box from a local store of mine for $240. That was pretty crazy. I did pre-order. Yeah. Yep. For $240 when the market price at the time, even at release, was like $400. So I'm no stranger to the like cool, nice local store hooking you up with a good deal. $5.25 USD here in Australia. I guess I got to grab some. Yeah, man. Yeah, if Australia's got the goods, that's kind of the secret sauce. Honestly, is some of the international arbitrage. It seems real. And anyways, if anyone international needs somebody to work with, you know, my email is in the description of every video. Was the 65% average CAGR you mentioned recently calculated before fees? Sorry, Rockhound Lounge. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. I swear I'm smart, but also explain the question to me like I'm like 2 years old. You think buying Final Fantasy collector booster boxes at 1.8k is a bad move? I feel like it will only go up. Yeah, it will only go up. The question is like time frame, and it's also just so much money. Like, would you rather buy one one Final Fantasy collector booster box or like 4 Spider-Man? And it's like, well, I'd prefer the Final Fantasy. It's like, yeah, but honestly, I think I would prefer 4 Spider-Man personally. The thing is, like, yes, there's been a big run up, but I don't know if this. I don't think it's like it's taken. You know, we have to remember it's taken a year to go from 1,000 to 2,000. And it could, you know, what's it going to take to go from 2,000 to 3,000? It might just be 6 months, but it might be another year, which, you know, what are we talking about? It's crazy money. Yeah, it is going to go up. I don't think it's a bad investment, but it's just so much money for one box. It makes me think like, is there better options out there? And I think something like Spider-Man, like the odds of Spider-Man becoming $1,000 box in the next year, I think is actually kind of high. Yeah, I don't know. That's the first time I said that out loud. Still trying to figure out how that tastes. Do you feel like, oh no, I already did that one. Really wish they went Galaxy Foil for Star Trek. No kidding, right? That was a missed opportunity. Were you able to pre-order Trek Commander? If so, how much? So all the stores I work with, they have not done pre-orders for Star Trek anything yet. And I think it is too early. I think like there's no way stores could have numbers or allocation or distribution. So no, I've not pre-ordered anything from Star Trek yet, and I'm not sure what those prices are, but I am for sure going to try to get a hold of some of almost everything in Star Trek. Well, I say that. I'm going to try to get a hold of collector booster boxes. I'm going to try to get a hold of commander decks. At release, I mean, here, bust out my spreadsheet. At release, collector boosters this year have just made instant money, just instant tendies if you pre-order collector booster boxes, except for the Hobbit. Holy crap. Which actually, though, pull this down. Wow. If you're able to buy the Hobbit at 600, selling at this price today is pretty bonkers. Why isn't this working? See if I can fix this. Where's the Hobbit? The Hobbit. Such a crazy price. What? Okay, whatever. Curious what you think seller verification will consist of. Also, I missed out on a sale on TCGPlayer. Tried buying multiple times, only for it to be canceled by them a few hours later. Frustrating. Yeah, that is frustrating. It would be the disingenuous behavior from sellers is it's rough. But yeah, for seller screening, I've talked to people who have been screened by Manipool, where they tried to list like expensive cards or expensive products, and Manipool's like, hey, we got to hop on a call with you to make sure you're like a real person before we let you sell, you know, like a $450 card. So I don't know if that's necessary. Like maybe, I don't know. There's verification's a hard thing to do, but the fact that on TCGPlayer, I think they've cracked down on this, but there used to be so many like scam listings. And by scam listing, I just mean somebody who has like 0 sales selling an expensive product way under market price. And it's like, why are you're just trying to like get the money and get out anyways. But Manipool's supposed to be super strict. They don't like cancel orders due to inventory issues. They'd rather you purchase on the open market to fulfill order. Yeah. Yeah. Which is cool. It's cool for Manipool to try to give a more robust experience. Can't wait to see the art for the underwater ocean set. Oh yeah, Space and Deep Waters have me excited. The Stellar Sights cards from Edge of Eternities are absolutely stunning. Yeah, Ocean Depths is like another unexplored frontier, right? Like there's space, yeah, but there's the freaking ocean. Like we don't know what's in there. We have not seen most of the ocean. Granted, most of the ocean is just open water and essentially underwater desert, but there are mysteries and unexplained and unexplorable things in the ocean. It's just such a great place for imagination and for fantasy to exist. So I'm really excited too. I think it's going to be an incredible set. I once mispriced a Wilds of Eldraine set box 100 under market and I had to fulfill it. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. Satori, my Q's says there are a couple legit brick and mortars selling at $600 still. I'm super on the fence. When there's this much hype, I believe less people open the product. Scarcity takes longer and takes a long time to get through the initial resistance at places like Big Box. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Q's has opened up the scavenger hunt. If you're looking for The Hobbit collector boxes for 600, there's some stores on the internet. Get your clever Google searching skills out and go find it. When we get a Berserk secret lair, all that get universes beyond out of magic talk is over for me. Same Tex. Dude, if they make a Berserk secret lair, yeah, there's a lot of secret lairs that they made. I would, in the same sentence, I'll say this in the same sentence. If they made a Berserk or a K-pop Demon Hunter secret lair, either of those, I would try to buy as much as I could. Not for scalping or whatever, just like I want to own it. I want to own a bunch of it. But yeah, that'd be true absolutely for Berserk. Man, Berserk could have some sick like alternate like Dark Ritual or like I don't know, they did like Sword of Feast and Famine, but as Gut Sword or something like that. Yeah. It'd be so good. Is there a set you really love? That's a good question. I loved Innistrad. Original Innistrad. Back when I was a wee lad. No, I wasn't. I was pretty old, but original Innistrad, absolutely loved it. I loved War of the Spark. I thought War of the Spark was incredible. I've got a normal draft booster box sitting on my shelf over there. But yeah, as far as like recent sets go, I haven't really. Oh, I did like Edge of Eternities a lot. I bought an entire case of play booster boxes just to open. That was fun. Got a bunch of cool cards. Don't know if I'd recommend that, but Edge of Eternities is the set. The set I've opened up the most of for funsies. Yeah, Edge of Eternities was sweet. Same. I feel no love for Hatsume Miku, but that commander deck will probably be harder to get than anything else. Yeah, Hatsume Miku commander deck. If you ever needed to like make easy money, that is going to be the opportunity. Just popped into the stream. What's up, dude? I'm officially trickling out my Lost Caverns of Ixalan booster boxes now that they've made me gains. I need to sell them. $91 for Lost Caverns of Ixalan was amazing buy. Is that Lost Caverns play or draft or whatever? Yeah, that's crazy. Double plus your money. Good work, man. Shimide! I will stop. Oh, I'll stop talking about Spider-Man. Yeah, no, it's just too good content, man. Spider-Man collectors, yeah. It's just too good. I feel like I'm 5 minutes behind. Lauren collector booster boxes are moving up towards the 450 area. Really? Wow. That's crazy. I'm not a fan. Like, people were like oohing and ahhing about this set when it first came out. What a bizarre 1 year pattern. That is weird. Yeah, people were hooing and hawing over Lorna Eclipsed, and I was like, yes, it's a cool Magic set, but it's not that cool. I don't know. I just, none of the cards were like that strong. Bitter Blossom Bearer, I knew the second I saw that card that it wasn't good. Which maybe everybody did, but it's cool. It's cool art, whatever. I wish, LOL. My LGS waits until weeks before open pre-orders at the highest price possible. Yeah. LGS has got to make money. They got to feed their kids. Yeah. It's brutal because, like, maybe you all heard this kind of sentiment, but probably not, is that the problem when boxes are expensive, it's the same thing as the box being scarce. And if a box is scarce, that means that stores aren't able to get a lot of them. And if they're not able to get a lot of them, they need to make money. You know, if they only get 6 collector booster boxes instead of getting like 36, you know, if they got 36 and they made $50 a box, then that would be fine. That would be able to help pay their rent or overhead or whatever. But if they only get 6 boxes, making $50 a box isn't going to do anything for that store. They need to make more money per box. And so when the market price is so high, these stores like have to, if they want to keep their lights on, they have to sell at above MSRP. They got to sell at market prices. And, you know, it just is what it is. But it is cool, though, when stores figure out a way to budget or sell or whatever to locals for good deals. That's nice. Lorne and its elves and morefolk are good for Hobbit Noctis, so Lorne will probably have a boom. Oh, is that what's going on? I wonder if that's part of the reason why. What was this day? July 13th? No, that was before spoilers, I think. So a week ago. Or maybe that was. Maybe that was when it was spoiled. Not sure. Anyways, it's fascinating, though. Yeah, a lot of synergies. The merfolk thing is really interesting. They came out with a couple strong merfolk in Marvel, and they're still pretty cheap. They might be a good spec. What is... Maybe I should pull that up. Shop single cards. It's like... They're like $5 right now. Maybe I can find them. Here we go. Focus, find the card mode on. Yeah, so many of these cards used to be expensive. Raise the Palisade is only like $5. That's crazy. Here you are. Daughter of the Deep. Just a casual Lord. Oh, no, it's not a Lord. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, make 1/1 blue merfolk. Target merfolk can't be blocked this turn. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's not as good as I thought it was, but it's... Anyways, it's going to get cheaper too, as there's going to be a huge reprint. Well, I shouldn't say huge. It might not be huge, but I think there's going to be a huge reprint of Marvel Jumpstart. And so this card, Daughter of the Deep, and Namor should get a ton of copies out there. So anyways. Got to make friends with people. You never know who's got the good deals, like patron deals. Yeah, exactly. You got to network, got to know a bunch of people that talk about cards, love cardboard. Cheers. Join my Discord. You made a video a while back about enabling shipping to Canada on TCGPlayer, right? I haven't pulled the trigger yet. What do I need to know? Yeah, basically, shipping to Canada will open up like 10% plus more sales. And you just need these stamps. There's these, like, you know, ship anywhere in the world stamps, and they cost like $1.70 each. So you need to make sure you set your shipping price to cover that and fees and stuff like that. So I set my shipping price to $2.40. That might be too low. I don't know. I've been very happy with the sales I've made to Canada, the cards I've been able to move. So yeah, enable shipping to Canada on TCGPlayer. Make sure you've got $1.70 stamps or $1.70 worth of stamps. So you could use two. Oh, sorry. Like, yeah, 2 forever stamps and 1 extra ounce stamp if you don't have the international stamps. But anyways, yeah, enable it and see you get more sales. It's really sick. I'm a big fan. Big fan of selling to Canadians, eh? Q's Cardboard. As a rule, eBay is a better source on pre-release prices because anyone can list, where TCG artificially limits supply due to pre-sale listing restrictions. Absolutely true. Check out eBay, folks, for pre-order pricing. Can get a better deal. Oh my gosh, we're running out of time, people. We're having a good time, though. Let's get through chat. I'll get through chat before I close out. Not draft set boosters. White Lotus made some good money. Holy crap. With set boosters of Lost Cabins of Ixalan. Well played. Well played. Forge and Fire, 220 for Trek Commander. That seems pretty good. Forge and Fire. Star Trek. Dang it. Forge and Fire. Star Trek Commander. Yeah, this seems pretty good. The fact that Marvel, because what is the Marvel Commander price at? I don't have time to go through all this. Anyways, Forge and Fire 220, not a sponsor. Check them out. Amazon already has pre-orders. Ooh, got to check that out too. What happened to all the Marvel collectors when all the stones are out in Gauntlet? The more unopened boxes, the less full sets possible. It's true. It's true. I think, yeah, I really do. Per my last video, I really do think prices are just going to go up, up, up. Manipool did that to me. I think around the time I put $10,000 worth of product on, they locked my shop and they did the interview thing the following day. Yep. Yep. They want to know you're legit, which is good on them. Also can be annoying, but good on them. 220 is a great price for Star Trek Commander. Distro is 195. Yeah, I think that is a good price. I'm thinking about pulling the trigger. I don't know. It's so early, but yeah. My LGS listed Hobbit collectors for $455, gone before I even knew it was there. Yeah. Yo, Q's, I'll post a source in Discord. All right. If you want Q's' special tips, join the Discord, baby. Thanks, man. That was cool. Berserk or any FromSoft, I would go completely broke. Yeah, absolutely. Berserk would be insane. Yeah, FromSoft would also be insane. My friends and I have talked about that. If they made a Night Rain Secret Lair set, I would just go poor. Night Rain, I've never been addicted to a game more than I was addicted to Elden Ring Night Rain, which is crazy because the game is so repetitive, but still, I just like can't do it. Zwin, my price floor on Manipool is 35 cents, and I still get several orders of them because of the optimizer. Yeah, that's sick. Timmy collects TCG. I bought my first Magic Final Fantasy VII booster box and Commander deck and Marvel booster box about a week ago. I see Team NT is still for the cheap. I have no idea any older Magic. Love the new stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Team NT is really cheap. It's lucky, like, oh my gosh. Joel our Magic, my favorite YouTuber. I say that because he gave me a shout out. Joel our Magic did a video about how cheap Team NT stuff is right now, and it's true, man. People who are fans of Team NT, they're eating good right now. TCGPlayer has their 24-card envelope system, 3 stacks of 8 cards to fit under the 3-ounce system, a set guideline, but they expect you to ship any amount of cards order for the same price. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Good point, Steed Surge. Cold Brew Capital. Have this Brothers War Jumpstart box that won't sell. Such a slow-moving product. Sorry for laughing. Yeah. Yeah, it was a little brutal. The old Jumpstarts, they were like super mediocre. Yeah. Got a whole case of The Hobbit for $380 each online. Nice. Good job. Good job. Isin is real. Ursin is real. Good work, man. Yeah. There's deals out there. You just got to know where to look. Don't you have to fill out customs forms to ship to Canada? You have to, if you do a shipped label, like a $50 plus shipping label, you have to like fill that out, that information out. But it's not like a customs form. But yeah, shipping $50 plus orders to Canada is a pain in the butt. But doing the plain white envelope stuff, super easy. Crazy easy. The incentive is that they get to keep sellers around, and the sellers are what give them business. And that's why they should allow API access to allow cross-platform posts. Yeah, see, Surge, that's true. Like, if your premise is correct, that logic absolutely follows, which is like that they need to give API access to keep sellers on the platform. That's what we don't know. Now, anecdotally from this chat and from YouTube and from the conversations that are happening, it feels like TCGPlayer is losing sellers and that they need to do more to retain sellers. But I don't know. It's interesting though. But I agree that if they're losing sellers, then one of the levers they have to pull is giving API access. That helped them keep sellers. Deep Channel Duelist is a Merfolk Lord card. Deep Channel Duelist. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This seems cool. This is probably a good spec. Has anybody... No, nobody's specking into Deep Channel Duelist yet. Dude, this is like... John, if you didn't want me to like totally blast your blast your spec to the universe, but like this feels like the exact card that you buy. I mean, everybody's only selling one at a time. I don't know what it takes to get more than more than 4. Even this, get these for 40 cents each, buy 32 of them. Anyways, seems like a good deal. A good spec, I should say. It's like, does feel like the kind of card that could easily go to $1, $2, $3 in a year. Well, I guess the set's coming out early next year. Anyway. I've been getting an average of 20% net profit before stamps, envelopes, etc. I started to wonder if all the work worth the goal fund my hobby. Yeah, Romantiazo, that's a personal question. I have stacks of envelopes on my desk right now that I need to, well, not envelopes, of orders that I need to put in envelopes, ship out. I put in a lot of time, and to me it feels worth it, but I could totally see somebody being like, nah, this is definitely not worth it. Yeah, Steed Surge with the tips on getting more bang for your buck selling. What do we think about Strixhaven Commander decks for 185? Yeah, I think that's a good deal, especially because the cards inside you can buy those cards or decks and break them down and make money. I'm pretty sure. I need to check again. There's this cool website, theexpectedvalue.com, where you can just look up a commander deck and get the expected value after fees and everything. Anyways, yeah, the Strixhaven commander decks are going to be like the Tarkir commander decks, where they're going to be absolutely beloved and scarce in the next year, relatively soon. I just picked up a Final Fantasy Collector booster box for about 1,000 USD plus a Marvel Collector's box. Friggin' stoked. Congratulations. Well played. A lot of Merfolk cards are from the old Lauren block. Yeah, Zhang, it's really interesting to spec into Merfolk right now. Like, now's the right time because people aren't thinking about it. Otherwise, I feel like this 32 would have been bought out already, but no one's talking about the Sultai Arisen or Velociramped. Yeah. No, some of these decks go crazy, these commander decks. So they're good pickups. I mean, if you can just park money for a year or two, it's a good pickup. Romantiazo, don't get me wrong, I have fun, but 20% and how long it takes to sell cards feels questionable. I agree. I think it is questionable. I think for me, the real secret sauce of why I love selling is because I can listen to YouTube while I'm doing it, and I find it relaxing. It's very different than my day job because it's like manual. You know, I'm like working with my hands, where my day job is like I'm just at a computer. But yeah, if I didn't love it, there's way better ways to make money, for sure. For sure. On that note, good times, y'all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I will see y'all next week, future videos, whatever. Subscribe, like the video, and yeah, thanks for tuning in. We will see ya.